Hello students, let's read the problem. And it says, a 32-foot long ladder is placed at a distance of 19.2 feet in front of a building. The ladder tilts and it's on the third floor as shown in the following figure. What is the total height of the building in feet? So, what is it that the question is asking you to find? Well, we want to find out the total height of the building. Okay, so the total height of the building, you got to think about it, what exactly it means. It means that you need to find how tall is from here all the way down here. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, so you got to be careful with that. Okay, so what else is given to us? Well, we do know the length of the ladder, right? It says right there that is 32 feet long, right? What else is given to us? Oh, it says that the distance away from the building is 19.2. Okay, so I do see two numbers given to me, and what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna come back to the picture and I am gonna write down over here 32.0, right? Just 32 feet. Now, why did I write it again? Because now I want you to think about a triangle. Okay, so that triangle, which now I can see it, and it's been done using the building and the ladder, right? This is my right angle right here. And why is it that I want to identify the right angle? Because the right angle helps you identify the legs of the right triangle. So this is one of the legs, and this will be the other leg. Okay, so I know the red one is there, but don't bother for the red. Right now, I'm focusing on the little triangle only, right? So the 32 feet is the hypotenuse. Is that right? Remember, hypotenuse, it's always going to be right across the right angle, okay? So the 19.2 can be either A or B. It's up to you. I'm going to label that A, okay? B, it's not given to me, right? And that will be the height from the ground, right, to the highest point of the ladder that is leaning against the building, okay? So that will be B. What about 32.0 feet? That is your C, right? So 32 feet, it's the C value, which is the hypotenuse, okay? So for that, I'm hoping that you guys think already about the Pythagorean theorem, right? Yes. Anytime that you see a right triangle, and again, this works only for a right triangle, then I can always think about this formula, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a and b are the legs, which are the blue colors for us, right? And I'm going to point out to you that a and b, I am not highlighting both blue to show you equivalent. I'm highlighting both of them blue to show you that that is actually the two legs of my triangle. Okay, so keep that in mind. Therefore, A is going to be replaced with 19.2 feet to the second power. So the units, I'm going to leave them aside. We'll come back to those at the end. B is not given to me, so I will write down B squared. C is the hypotenuse, and that's 32 feet. So I'll write down 32 to the second power. Okay, so my A, it is 19.2, which is right here. Okay, B is not given to me, so I leave it alone. But then I do see that C is 32 feet. So notice how I replace that in here. And of course, the second power still there. Okay, so any questions so far? So what about if we input in the calculator 19.2 squared? What do you guys get? We get 368.64 plus b squared equals 1024. Okay, so think about this as an equation. You want to leave b by itself. Therefore, I will subtract 368.64 on both sides. Okay, whatever you do on one side, do it to the other side. It cancels that because it's a 0, and I ended up with b squared equals, we subtract the number, and we get 655.36. Again, that's not my final answer because I'm looking for b. And what I see right now is b squared, or b to the second power. So one of the things that I need to do is I need to find the square root of that number. So let's find out the square root on both sides. That cancels my power, and I get b equals 25.6, and the units that we are using are feet. So that will be feet. So look at what we're going to do. I'm going to come back to the picture, and I'm going to write down my answer here. This is 25.6 feet. Now that, look at the blue color. It's only up to here. Is that right? So that's not the height of the building. The height of the building will be if you actually add these two numbers, right? So you got to be careful with that. So I'm going to add 21.5 feet plus 25.6 feet. We need to add them up, right? And we will get 47.1 or 47.10. It's up to you. Feet. Okay? So let's look at the answers that you have. Now, this is my final answer. This is the height of the building. Okay? And yes, that is answer choice C.